Hey friends, welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, our region's largest classroom. My name is Julia and I'm one of the second grade teachers at the Soulard School. I'm here for Teaching in Room 9. All my lessons focus on math for second graders, but everyone's always encouraged to join. Welcome back, friends. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really hope that you're having a great week, a great start to your school year, and I'm just so excited to be here with you, and I can't wait to jump right in. We're gonna go ahead and start with our mindful minute exercise. Again, we're going to be doing all those different poses for fall yoga. But before we do that, we're gonna take some deep breaths here together. All right, so you may sit or stand for this one, friends. If you are standing, I'd like your feet to be firmly planted on the ground, about shoulder width apart. If you're sitting, I just want you to sit up nice and straight and tall, with your shoulders back. Try to relax any tension you might be having in your forehead, your shoulders, your jaw. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths here together. And then as we breathe in through our nose, we're gonna count to 3 and breathe out through our mouth, counting to 3. And then I'll walk you through the fall poses that we're gonna do here today. All right, friends, take a deep breath in through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. 2, 3, and out through your mouth. 2, 3. Breathe in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Nice job, friends. Keep taking those deep breaths in and out. I'm going to walk you through our first pose we're going to do here together. So in the fall, to prepare for winter time, the monarch butterflies, they will fly south to their winter homes. And so we are going to do butterfly pose. It's also called cobbler's pose sometimes as well. So you are going to sit on your bottom with a very tall and straight spine. You're going to bend your legs and put the soles of your feet, pardon me, together. And you're gonna slowly and gently kind of bring them close to your body. And you can even gently flap your wings, which is your legs. Okay, so breathe in and out, flap those wings. Breathe in. Out, flapping those wings. Now we're going to do one last pose. I want you to take in the smells and sights of fall. I love fall so much. I love the colors of the leaves changing. I love the way it smells when there's that crisp wind or air out in the air for fall. I just love it. So you're going to do what is called either resting pose, or it's also called corpse pose. So you're gonna lay on your back with your arms and legs stretched out. You're gonna imagine all the sights and sounds of autumn. You're going to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Imagine you can hear the crunch of leaves, crunch, crunch. As you're walking along the side of the road or on a sidewalk, imagine you're seeing all of those beautiful fall colors of the trees. Maybe you can smell either leaves burning or a fire or just a cool, brisk air. All right, friends, that is it. I hope you enjoyed our fall yoga that we did. Today we did butterfly pose and corpse pose, some of the other poses that we've done throughout our fall yoga this week were our crescent moon, tree pose, warrior 3, pretending we were the birds flying south, chair pose, like we're a farmer sitting down in our tractor to harvest our crops. We pretended that we were bears walking to our den in downward facing dog, getting ready for the winter. We pretended to be whales in bow pose that were migrating for warmer water currents. We were foxes growing thicker fur in kneeling pose, hedgehogs getting ready to hibernate in child's pose, and then again our butterfly and our corpse pose today. All right, friends, I hope that you guys enjoyed that. You guys did an amazing job. I love doing yoga. I hope you enjoy doing it too, and I especially like it when we connect it to my very favorite season. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go over our learning goal for this week. All of our lessons have focused on this learning goal here, and we always put them in I can statements so that you know exactly what can I do or know when we're finished learning here together. So I can use my understanding of place value to add and subtract within 1,000. So we did single digit numbers, double digits, or 3-digit numbers as well. And we used our understanding of place value in order for us to be able to add and subtract. And specifically this week, I can use number lines and fact families. We talked a lot about number lines and fact families this week. And hopefully you're feeling way more confident being able to use number lines or fact families for us to be able to solve an addition or subtraction problem. You guys have done amazing so far this week. I'm so impressed. We're gonna go ahead and swing you this way so that you can see my chart here. We're gonna do a new fact family so that we can practice again. All right, and again, a fact family is a group of related addition and subtraction facts. So these facts are related the same way that you are related to the members of your family. Some of the different ways that you see fact families displayed. Sometimes you will see a triangle, just like the roof of our fact family house here. And if it's displayed this way, your whole or your biggest number is always going to be in the very tippy top of the roof or the top of the triangle. And so for today, it is the number 11. And then we have 3 on this side here and 8 on this side. And then inside the house, we'll come up with our 4 facts. Fact families include 4 sets of facts with the same 3 numbers. So we always know that 3, 8, and 11 have to be in our equation in order for it to be a part of this fact family. And then it says on this side, think. This is our part, whole model. So our whole here is our biggest number at the top, and then our 2 parts that come together to make this whole will be written here underneath. So 11, 3, and 8. And then down here for our number bond, you'll see your biggest number or your whole in the largest circle to the side here. And then, so that's our 11. And then you have your 2 parts in smaller circles here, 3 and 8. And so you might see fact families displayed all of these different ways. So now let's go ahead and fill out our 4 facts in our fact family house here. 4, again, our numbers are 3, 8, and 11. So I've also got my snap cubes here. I've got 3 little purple cubes right here. And I have 8 orange cubes here. Let's go ahead and count them so we can double check, make sure we have the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you can see I've got my 3 here. So I've got 3 plus 8 gives me how much? If you said 11, you are really getting the hang of this. Amazing. All right, ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we just figured out our very first fact family equation. 3. So we put that there. So our 3 purples plus 8, our 8 orange cubes, equals 11 altogether. All right, friends, nice job. Who knows what our next equation is? This is, again, another addition equation. So before we had 3 plus 8 equals a total of 11. What do you guys think? Amazing. If you said the flip of this, 8 plus 3 equals 11. You nailed it. If not, no worries. We're here to stretch our brains and learn together. So 8 orange cubes plus 3 purple cubes equals 11 cubes all together. All right, so we figured out our 2 addition problems. We had 3 plus 8 equals 11, and then we had 8 plus 3 is 11. Now we're ready to do our 2 subtraction ones. Who remembers what number comes first when we put these 2 facts together? I think I heard a friend say 11. That's amazing, friends. We always start with our biggest number here. So 11, which is our total number of cubes. So if I have 11 all together, then I took away these 3 purple cubes. So let's add the 3. 11 minus 3 equals how many are left? It's 8. Nice job. You guys are amazing. You're really getting the hang of this. I'm so impressed with my mathematicians. Now our last subtraction problem. What numbers are going to start with? 3, 8, or 11? You are so smart, friends. It is again 11. We are always going to start with this big number here, 11, our biggest number, and then we can subtract. I'm going to borrow this 11 here, so we're going to start with this 11. Before, we took away 3. So I took the purple away last time, so this time I'm going to take away the orange. So 11 minus 8 gives me, how many are left? How many purple cubes? You nailed it, friends. 3. 11 minus 8. So here's our 11. Take away our 8 gives us our 3. You are amazing, friends. Let's review that one last time. So we have 11 all together, right? And then we have 8 is one part, and the other part is 3. So 3 plus 8 equals 11. 8 plus 3 equals 11. 11 minus 3 equals 8. 11 minus 8 equals 3. Nice job. And again, the ways that we display our fact families are our part, whole with our whole number at the top, part, whole with our whole biggest number at the top of our roof or triangle, and then our number bond here with our whole biggest number, part. Nice job, friends. You guys are doing so great. Now let's go ahead and practice another round with our, there we go, number lines. Okay, friends. So again, our number lines, if the numbers are getting smaller, going this way, they're less than. And if they are getting larger, going this way, they're greater than. All these little dashes you see in here, they are called tick marks or ticks. And we always have our arrows at the beginning and at the end of our number line because number lines go on with no end. We are just zooming in on one section or one small part of the number line. So that's why it's got the arrows on both sides to show us that we understand they're going on and we're just looking at one small part. All right, you ready to practice some new number line problems? What is the missing number? So I know I'm gonna start at a number that I know, and then that way I can count on. So here's 64, I know that number. 65, missing number. 67, 68, 69, 70. I noticed my number line is going up. It's going up by 1 each time. What is my missing number? 64, 65. You said 66, you got it. 67, 68, 69, and 70. So we found a number that we knew. We started counting up 64, 65. I know that 66 comes next, and I could see 67, 68, 69, and 70 afterwards. So I knew that 66 is the correct number or missing number here that I had. All right, nice job, friends. Now, what does point J represent? Okay, so here's my point J. I'm gonna start at a number right now, and I'm gonna count up. So I can see here, 3, 6, 9, here's J, 15, 18, 21. All right, so first I had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. How many am I going up each time by? You nailed it, friends. I'm going up by 3 each time. So if I add 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our J represents the number 12 because we're going up by 3 each time. 3, 6, 9, 12 was our point J, 15, 18, 21. You are amazing, friends. Last one on here, we're going to order our numbers. So I can see on this side here, I've got 500. On this side here, I have 600. So in order for us to order the numbers, we have to find the halfway mark. So I made a little tick right there. That is halfway between 500 and 600. And halfway between 500 and 600 is 550. Okay, so this little tick mark here represents 550. And then I told my friends that I think it's easiest for us to start with the smallest number. So let's look at the numbers we have here. 585, 520, 560. What's the smallest number? And then we can kind of work our way up from 500 to 600. What's the smallest number? 585, 520, or 560? If you said 520, you got it. So halfway between 500 and 550 would be about 525. So I'm going to put 520 about halfway between the 500 and our little 550 tick mark there. Then I've got the numbers 560 and 585. What's my next biggest number? Yeah, if you said 560, you got it. If not, no worries. We're here to stretch our brains and learn together. So 560 is just 10 after 550, which again is this little halfway tick mark there. So 560 is going to come just a little bit after 550. And then we have our last number over here, friends, which is 585. That is a little bit after 575 would be halfway between 550 and 600. So 585 is 10 more than that. I'm going to kind of put it somewhere right around in the middle here. All right, so we've got 500 on that end of the number line, 600 here, 520, our halfway tick mark of 550, 560, 585. You guys are amazing. Now we get to do another problem together here. I'm gonna try to scoot you back so you can see my number line a little bit better. And you can see that I've made all these tally marks here as well. So I am going to the pumpkin patch. When I got to the pumpkin patch, I noticed that there was one sort of bigger patch on one side and another patch on the other side. So because I love pumpkins so much and I love fall so much, I wanted to count every single pumpkin I found in the pumpkin patch. So we are going to solve using our number line and all of our tally marks here to figure out how many pumpkins we have all together. So I counted on my side of the pumpkin patch, the first side that I counted all those pumpkins, and I saw that there were 93 pumpkins. That's so many pumpkins. So if you can see here, this says 90 and this says 95. So 90, 91, 92, 93 would be right here. And I want to know how many pumpkins are on the other side. So, but I asked a farmer at the pumpkin patch, and he told me that there is 150 pumpkins altogether this season. So, I know that there's 93 on this one side. I'm adding, and I want to know what this number is. How many more do I need to count on the other side so that I know that there are 150 pumpkins in all? Part, whole. Okay, so I found my 93. Okay, and I need to get all the way up to 150. This is a lot of jumps, friends. You think you can do this here with me? I know that you can. All right, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 101, 102, 103. Okay, I've now made 10 jumps. Okay, I got to keep going. I'm on 103 right now. 104, 105, 6, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113. Okay, I've made another 10 jumps. Okay, and I'm at 113 right here, right? I'm right before 114 and 15. Okay, let's keep going. 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 21, 22, 23. I've now made another 10 jumps and I'm at 123. Gotta keep going, friends. Let's go. 123, 124, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. I made another 10 jumps, but I need to get all the way down to 150, so I have to keep jumping. Are you ready? So we're at 133 right here. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. I made another 10 jumps, friends. Nice job. I'm at 143 now, so I know I'm getting really close. 143, I've got to get to 150. 144, 145, 146, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right, now I have to figure out how many jumps I made in all. I know I made 10 here. Then I made another 10, which is 20. Then I made another 10, which is 30. Then I made another 10, which is 40. Then I made another 10, which is 50. But my last jumps, I didn't go another 10. So at 143, which is right here, I went from 143 to 150. Let's find out exactly how much it is. Here's 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I made 7 jumps here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 7. Nice job, friends. We did so many jumps. 57. So 93 on one side of the pumpkin patch, 57 on the other side of the pumpkin patch. Gave me a total of 150 pumpkins. Let's look at it on our tallies over here, friends. Okay, and we know our tallies are grouped by 5s. Help me count, friends. You ready? We're gonna start at 5 and we're gonna skip count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. All right, let's break this guy down into here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's our fifth one here. Here's 90, 91, 92, 93. Okay, so we had 93 pumpkins on one side of the pumpkin patch. And then on the other side of the pumpkin patch, we had 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 93, and 57. So what if we flipped it, friends? We know that we're still gonna have 150 all together. What if I started on the other side of the pumpkin patch first this time? So I started at 57. Then I had to do so many jumps or counts on our number line because I'd have to go 93 times to get 150. So you can see our number line here. We've got 57 plus 93 gave us 150. So all I did, my first time I started out on this side of the patch and I counted 93 pumpkins. Then I counted 57 pumpkins. Maybe I came back on a different day and I started with my 57 pumpkins and then I counted my 93. I still have a total of 150 pumpkins. So same thing for our subtraction. We're going to start with our biggest number, 150. So it's like I started here and I jumped back all the way to get to 93. And I would see if I counted back on all of my hops that I jumped from 150 back to 93 gave me a total of 57 jumps. And then our last one, again, we start with our biggest number would be 150 minus 93 would give us a total of 57. We've got two sides of the pumpkin patch, 57 on one, 93 on the other, and a total of 150 pumpkins. All right, friends, you guys did so amazing. Thank you for all your hard work. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.